Okay, Annie, if I can just take you back to Rotterdam. You had a really good week there, and then against Gilles, was it just a case of a bad day at the office there? I want to know what it is you've possibly been working on since that defeat, coming here to Rotterdam, to Dubai.
Well, I took like 5 days off. I didn't hit any balls there. It was quite a busy schedule for me coming up, obviously with here, then the Davis Cup, and then on to Indian Wells, Miami. So I didn't really do a lot, to be honest. I feel like I didn't necessarily play the right way in that match. I've had a lot of success against Gilles in the past, playing a certain game style, and maybe got away from that a little bit. And yeah, that was it. He's very difficult, unorthodox guy to play against, and if you're not quite there, he makes it very, very tough, and he's a top player.
Talking about Dubai, it's a tournament I think a lot of the players really enjoy. You're really well looked after here. What is it you particularly enjoy about coming here?
Yeah, well, I mean, normally great weather. It's been weird the last couple of days, like sandstorms and stuff, so it's been quite tricky to practice. But normally, I mean, weather's great. They have good crowds. It's very easy, and everything's convenient for the players. It's like to travel to. It's easy as well. Everyone can pretty much get direct flights here, and yeah, it's nice to, at this time of year, spend time in the warm weathers outdoors. Obviously, spending 3-4 weeks in Europe at this time, it's very cold, and then heading off to Indian Wells, Miami, can be tough conditions there. So it's also very good preparation for that.
And we talk about conditions. Obviously, there's the sandstorms yesterday. I mean, if it stays windy like that, obviously it's the same for all the players. But just how difficult is that to play in?
Well, I mean, wind is one thing, but the sand yesterday made the court extremely fast and also slippy as well. So yeah, I mean, the wind, we play in windy conditions all the time, but we never really play in sort of a sandstorm. Yesterday was very tough, tricky conditions, and when it's just normal weather, so it's obviously a lot easier to play.
Looking ahead to your first round opponent, Gilles Muller, he's having a really good season. Tough, big serve, left-hander. What are your thoughts looking ahead to that one?
Yeah, well, he's had some big wins already this year, and has played sort of consistently well each event. Like you say, he's got a big serve, and the conditions here are normally pretty quick. So that should suit his style. And he's coached by a very good friend of mine, who's Jamie Delgado, and has done a very good job with him, and he's made a lot of improvements the last 5 or 6 months. So it'll be a tough match.
And just a little word about the other day. We saw you in town making the Murray curry. Your reflections about that?
Well, it was good fun. Everything was nicely sort of laid out and prepared kind of for me to make a reasonable curry. But yeah, that's the first time I've ever cooked anything like that before, and it tasted pretty good. But yeah, if I was left to my own devices, I'm not sure that it would have been coming out tasting like that, but it was a good experience.
And just finally, talking about the field here, I think it's 8 of the top 20, 3 of the world's top 4. Tough matches ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a good field here, a strong field. Novak and Roger have played here. It seems like every year they've played, maybe for the last sort of 6 or 7 years. So yeah, it's always a difficult competition to win. And to win the tournament, you have to play very good tennis from the start of the event. You can't really work your way into it because there's a lot of depth here as well.